piece of endeavour from Richard W. Halperin. Now, Noel King. Noel King is a writer, actor and musician native of Tralee, County Kerry. Poetry, haiku, short stories, articles and reviews have appeared in publications in over 30 countries. The poetry in journals as diverse as Poetry Ireland Review, the Sunday Tribune, Bongos of the World, Japan, the Dalhousie University Review, Canada, Kotas, South Africa, Poetry Salzburg Review, Austria, and Quadrant, Australia. Along the way, he has been a singer with the famous Bunratty Castle Entertainers and has worked as an art administrator and poetry editor. His first collection, Prophesying the Past, has just been published by Salmon Poetry. Noel King.
Okay. You hear me out there at the back? Black and tan. My grandmother knew the opening scrape of her front gate was not a friend. Told us she remembered staying perfectly still, his hard steps crunching through her. She didn't remember the space, how long he stood in her kitchen, what lies or truths she uttered, while my infant aunt gurgled in her cot. She did remember his words. I have a little girl like this at home myself. For 63 years, she stepped over the spot on her flagged floor where the black and tan had stood. Thank you. Somebody mentioned Devil Era's Ireland earlier on. I wasn't going to read this, but now I think I will. It's called NI-GI 1943. NI as in Northern Ireland, GI as the American GI is General Infantry, and the year 1943. NI-GI 1943. When the GIs arrived, Devil Era, worried for the virtue of northern girls, angrily asked why United States of America hadn't sought permission. Meanwhile, the men, some of them even black men, copulated in pre-rural electrification bushes. The women had never known such excitement in their dry lives. But the war was nearly over, and soon only a sheen of sweat remained. Fathers, mothers, and Devil Era wiped their brows and slapped their own backs again for Mother Ireland's great sense of hospitality. And it's hot outside, it's summertime. This is the summer of 1979, even though I didn't write it in the 90s. It's dedicated to the memory of my godfather, who was the farmer, and it was my first summer job. It's called hay. The hay turned to stone that summer, as virgin ground got cracked by heavy machinery we followed. Where stones lay, we reached and picked on dull days, loading endless trailers. I asked if a machine existed to pick. The men shut me up, whispered our redundancy. Our relief was the landowner's beck for the break. The men's faces tried my pace. I'm not rushing to another field to reach plastic orange crush containers into a clear stream. I made tea of it. The land water tea was special as the smell of smoking men, their cigarettes' harm sucked away by the breeze. My raw hot hands were soothed by first love, first money afforded the pictures where I kept nodding to sleep. She wanted to come to the meadow. I fumbled to explain that the men didn't take their women there. This memory doesn't include sunshine, just the sun in the heart of bursting back from nature, what she had quietly taken. The land stands in which. This one, this book was launched on the 7th of June, and since then I've been in Galway, Dublin, but I didn't dare read this poem. kept it for tonight because I knew you'd all be poets. So. And it was kind of a breakthrough poem in 2004. It was the first poem I got into the American university journals when the Dalhousie Review in Canada published it. Husband. I will not grieve for her deity. I will grieve for old courtship, the then freshness, the giving in births of our children. I will not grieve for sallow, sullen suppers, where food was good, but voice was stern, a bitter-footed wake of a woman pleasuring in tantrum riddling her closest. I will grieve for times when on my arm she got gracious to others, smiled to menfolk on racecourses, her knowledge of the nags sometimes bettering theirs, and her style, clothes I liked her in, designs for my success. I will not grieve for her begrudging my interests, the screaming at my albeit little bit late home calls, the waiting cocooned in our smoke-filled bedroom to spit at whatever I've been at. I will grieve for our children, losing a mother in their young adulthood, a mother they could rely on but never predict the sharp or soft response or which from the mood of the day. I will not grieve for the sagging breasts, shapeless lines of a smoking woman's later life body, especially when he who sees remembers a hard frozen 1950s Doris Day swimsuit on a local beach. I will grieve for years when package holidays got oftener, lavisher, but less satisfying. I will not grieve for the first trip without the children, when she went topless and my shame, thinking other men were peering at my wife's tits, taking pity on what was mine. I will grieve for moments of close time in the bed, or the kitchen perhaps, or a quickie somewhere, when the soft voiced one I had fallen in love with, still enchanted in me. I will touch her now, soon, one last time, kiss the coldness away, shoulder her with my children, and the people that know us will shake our hands, embrace, mutter, breathe briefly with us. I will not grieve for her deity. This one is called Mrs. It's page 41. It's kind of the other side of the husband one. Mrs. Your gold band has not expanded, contracted, since that day it was placed with love. An aunt's linen present has threaded, but you've reworked it, creating cushion covers, dishcloths, daily cleaning for him, washing for him, feeding him, giving yourself to him, took you to a hospital bed. You grasp your ring, try to roll it round. A mannerism you picked up after marriage.